Okay, beginning of the month feeling restricted, middle of the month feeling like a need for home, for safety, sanctuary, and at the end of the month kind of rising above the turbulent waves. So the circles are really prevalent in this at the moment. We've got 5 leading to 6, so emotion, red, the loving master, the master teacher cards suit, and then the creative master or master builder suit as your final card. So 6s and 5s. It's about movement, freedom, balance. All right, let's see what is at the root of this month's spread, and let's see where your head is at. Okay. Alrighty, let's see if we can get some more information for Gemini for April 2025. Lots of the green suit, the creative master suit. Do I want to look at this? Yeah, I want to look at all of it together today. Right, visionary master. Okay. The majority of the suit is about creativity, about the creative master, the master builder. So there's change. It's often got to do with work and environment. We're at the upper end, so to go 5, 6, 5, 6, 8, 8, 8, 9, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's see where this takes us. Okay, so at the beginning of the month, at the beginning or the end of of March, there is a feeling of restriction, either self-imposed or imposed on you. At the root of all of this is that you do have the inner strength and the capacity to pull this off. 8 being abundance and achievement and authority, so there is knowledge there. And in your head, you've got this. You know you have the skills to move forward. You feel quite responsible and practical. And at the beginning of the month, you feel like you've got the skill sets that can help you overcome this oppressive feeling. And, you know, the root card says that's true, that you do have that strength of skill. Moving on to the middle of the month or current feelings, we look at the root of it. Digital mama is someone who can work from home. The root of this might be that you're doing a lot of online work, that you're relying on the internet to give you that sense of home, or you're relying on the internet to keep you abreast of information. Visionary master, the number 11, is about intuition, that inner knowing, about connecting to your own sensibilities. So in the middle of the month, you know that there needs to be a sense of home, there needs to be a sense of balance, there needs to be a sense of community, and you could potentially find that online, create that online, or change your perception of home due to how you use the internet. Moving to the end of the month, there is definitely a period of looking forward. You've risen above the turbulent time. You've grown through that kind of experience and knowledge. At the root of all of this is that you've had quite a climb. You know, you've had to... this is great. You've got all creative masters here, so the outcome is actually quite good. The beginning, there's a lot of self-confidence and strength. In the middle of it, there's a lot of experimentation with trying to work out, I suppose, the right intellectual fit. I don't know where that came from, but intellectual knowledge, brain, working it out in your head. And in the conclusion of the month, there is definitely a sense of achievement, of working through something, getting to the other side of it, being less emotional and more practical. And there's this sense of practicality here where effort is required to climb up and out of the hole potentially that you felt you were in, but also it's about, setting your sights on a target. It's about physical and mental agility. You'll have this physical and mental agility that will see you ride the waves and cruise on into the light, the conclusive card of the creative deck. So I would suggest that you've got this in your head, like you know you've got skills, you've got to get a bit more connected to yourself, and you can see this through to the end. At the beginning of the month you're feeling quite claustrophobic, restricted, but then there becomes a sense of calm or balance, and you start to get your feet in it, you start to feel a bit more at home with it, and then you move on to future projection, projecting into the future. So there's an optimism at the end of the month of April for Gemini. You're feeling like there are things you will be stepping into, things that you are moving through and towards. The world is your oyster. You are the creative master, and you've got this. In the middle of the month, potentially you'll need to think about how you communicate, with how are your words landing. Communication is often represented in this card. And if we look at the general astrology of April 2025, you've got a lot of decisions to make, and you've got to be clued in to how you make those decisions, because they can impact the outcome. Definitely feeling with all of these greens, it's sort of like definitely a good month for business, or for career, or for making connections, or for upskilling, and developing and moving forward. So this is not finished yet. This is a whole process that's happening. So be mindful of the process. Don't get too fatigued. Don't give up the climb. You need to put in all the hard work to sort of see the outcome at the light at the end of the tunnel. So don't go too crazy. Keep plodding along. There's going to be a bit of a connection. Psychic connection. Intuitively, you're going to work out something that you need to do, and you have to do it on your own, but it is about communication. So watch your words. All right, let's see where this is taking us. It's a little bit of a curly one. So we're asking for Gemini for the month of April 2025. Gemini, month of April 2025. Okay, one more. All right, here we go. All right, cool. All right, so in the pre-shuffle before I put the camera on, the Emperor did pop up. I think you're the Emperor. This could be Emperor-like, so the Emperor leads. I've got Aries sort of signals here. The suit of armor is quite compelling to me today, as is the crown, and we've got a crown here. And even this guy's wearing something around his head. So if we look at the colours, kind of working here, I would say that the Three of Wands, business opportunities, making decisions, so making a choice that can potentially take you out of this oppressive feeling, where you can capitalize on your skills. It may feel like a tower moment. You may feel like the whole world's going to combust. And this is the 16, I think. So if we look at these cards, we've got 6 and teens and such. I would suggest that I think the tower moment's going to come up here, where there's going to be something that drops in for you. I don't know what it is, but there's something only you can do, and only something only you can know. And when you know, whatever that means, that will bring a sense of righting the trauma. Maybe there is a feeling of not being connected to home, so you've got to get home, travel home, travel to the place that feels like home, making travel-like decisions. In this card, he's looking out at boats off in the water in the golden sunset. So we've got some yellows, golden sunset. So perhaps where you're feeling oppressed is in making that decision is quite hard. But once you make it, it will feel quite tumultuous. You will feel like you've thrown, your hat in the ring. Throwing your hat up in the air. But trust that there's something deep inside you that will clarify that you know what you're doing. Sixes are about balance and harmony and responsibility. There's definitely an element of communication, digitally, in person, whichever. And finally, the Emperor card. So, he's a solo guy. He's on his own. He's making decisions. He's the leader of the pack. Leader. So the end of the month will feel quite positive and purposeful and leading you to your end point, your end goal. All right, doesn't sound too bad, does it, Gemini? I hope that makes sense to you. And I look forward to talking to you in next month's reading. Have a great day.